Bitcoin. We're talking about the fact that Jerome Powell speaks today, as you guys know. Jerome Powell speaks today. And there's talk that it may be a rate increase. There's talk that it may be a rate increase. Now, in September, analytics went that we had a 95% of we having a rate cut. Now that dropped down to about a 72%, right? And it dropped down quite rapidly. So we're going to say what Jerome Powell has to. We're going to see what Jerome Powell has to say about the market, or did the market already price it in? I was telling you guys if Bitcoin broke 112,000, which it did. Yesterday it went to $111,650, which it broke it, right? But we want to see if it's going to either bounce, which it doesn't look like it's going to bounce, and this is why I say, based on the value, right? JD, hey, made it here. I appreciate it, JD. I appreciate it. So based on the volume that I see Bitcoin have right now, because last time I checked, right, Bitcoin was over 90 billion to 120 billion when we had that quick run up to 124,000, right? That was excellent. But right now, Bitcoin is at currently $60 billion, which to me, the volume is low to even push anything up, right? So the way I see it is that I'm looking at Bitcoin and I see, well, Bitcoin currently, it can go down another leg. Bitcoin can go down another leg. Bitcoin can go to 109. That's my next targeted point for Bitcoin, 109,000. If it breaks 109,000, then it can go down to 105, right? It can go down to 105. But we're going to take each day at a time because I don't want to spread fear, but I just want to keep it real with you guys that Bitcoin is headed down a little bit more. That's just how I see it. The only thing that can change this is if we have some type of bullish news, maybe Russia and the United States decide to do some type, not Russia and the United States, Russia and Ukraine, right, decide to do some form of deal, then that can actually be a bullish catalyst for the market to go up. But when I zoom out, I tell people zoom out when in doubt, zoom out, right? I told you guys yesterday, and I put it in the post, because I can't make a video on every single little thing. The market moves so rapidly. MetaMask have just came out with a stablecoin. Stablecoins to me, because stablecoins is written in law now. If you guys don't know, now you know. Stablecoins is written in law. So they're going to fund or push stablecoins first. Why would they push stablecoins first, crypto dog? Think about it. They're allowing the banks to make stablecoins. If Coinbase wants to get a banking charter license, so does XRP. So all I'm saying is that I see that these brokerage firms are going to, some of them, if they're in proper regulation and they pass everything, right? Some of them, they are going to be, they are going to become the bank, literally. They're going to become the bank, right? And the reason why I say this, let's just do some quick economical insights real quick. The reason why I say this is this. The reason why I say this is this, right? It's actually beneficial if you make a stable coin. This is why I say this. Coinbase makes stable coins, well, which is USDC, right? Circle, basically, right? What Circle does is for each stablecoin that it has, or whatever, or the volume, or the price point that it has, right? The liquidity that it has for stablecoins, it takes that and it goes to buy U.S. debt, which is considered bonds. Of course, the government give them incentives for buying the debt. So you guys see what's going on? Then you even have some companies, let's just say MicroStrategy, for example. So stock markets generally buy debt right? Or buy bonds, right, to get some form of yield or deduction or whatever, right? Companies are beginning to do that, but it's intertwining and it's going into stocks, and then stocks is going into crypto. So to me, it's a perfect loophole for that. JD said, I think Wyoming had their own stablecoin. They probably did because it would be beneficial to them because now they can buy a bond, treasury bonds, right? They can buy that up and then get incentivized for buying it up. So basically, you buying U.S. debt, and what happens when you buy U.S. debt? They give you a kickback. So this is why I see that they're focusing on stablecoin first because it actually can solve which I doubt if the debt issue will ever be solved, but it actually is infused with it. It's another layer. So I see the play. I said, Now this is what to me is gonna trigger altcoins and everything else because where's the money coming from? Stablecoin. What's so the liquidity is going to come from stablecoins, right? What's backed by stablecoins? U.S. debt, the bond market. So I said that was a moment that I said, oh, okay. We have a next funneling system. The funneling system is crypto, and yes, we can do it with stocks too. So if you own a company that owns stocks and crypto, wah wah. I said, okay. So a lot of people are in doubt. Altcoin season isn't coming. Altcoin's not going to happen. I think Bitcoin right now is going to retrace a little bit, and that's cool because we had a wonderful run last month. That's cool. By September, October, November, I think Bitcoin would damn near hit its top, right? I think it's going to go, and I'm going to keep you guys posted, right? This is just what the charts are saying. Bitcoin didn't have its blow off top yet, which means I'm not saying that we're not at the end of the cycle because literally, if you want to do data and data, the Bitcoin end of Bitcoin cycle is going to be in October. If it's according to the 4-year cycle, if we're going to according to the 4-year cycle, so this is why when I'm taking profit, I'm gonna let you guys know. Look, I took 60%, 70% of my profit. I'm going to have a whole bunch of money on the side, and I'm going to wait for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up to 100 and let's just say 73,000, right? And it retraces 70%, which means that all coins going to retrace 90%, 95%, right? So Bitcoin can go from 173,000, 70% will be about 51,000. That's another great entry to buy Bitcoin. So I'm saying it all to say, which means that altcoins is probably going to crash 90%, right? So I'm going to let you guys know when I'm taking money out of the market because I just think that would be the right thing to do. Now, I don't have millions of dollars to influence the market like a lot of people do, but I know the whale's going to be taken out gradually. And most people will be stuck with the bag. And why I say this is this. Because, and I learned my lesson from it, right? When I went on a damn round trip. You guys ever went out of town, booked a flight, and you booked a round trip and you had to wait for that date to come in order to come back? Don't do that with crypto. Take your profit. Sometimes it's good to book a one-way trip. And then when it's time when you want to come back, you might want to stay a couple extra days. You might run into an entrepreneur. You might run into some type of business aspect. You may want to, so then you book your trip, your flight out. One way there, one way here. So I'm just trying to make it make sense to you guys on a different analogy, stating that make sure that you take profit, basically. Bottom line, make sure that you guys take profit. Nash Weaver said, hey, what's going on? This is your first time here? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Annie R said, hey, what's going on? So make sure that you guys pay attention to what's going on. Like I say, I still think that we're going to have an altcoin season. Bitcoin still can go up, but pay attention to what's going on. Just giving you guys a quick update. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Friday morning. It's currently 10:36 a.m., right? Hope you guys having a wonderful Friday as well. Put on your seatbelts. This is Crypto Doe once again giving you a daily update on the market. It is time to take off. Oh, before we take off, don't forget to go down in the description and go check out my crypto merch store. And I'm doing a sale where you, until December, that's when it's over with. You buy any merch, take a picture at me, and then I'll make sure that you get the crypto guide for free. Because I want you to buy something, but most importantly, I want you to learn something. Right? So you can buy and learn at the same time. With that note, peace, blessings, and love.